Hi everyone! So in this tutorial we'll be creating a double layered waterfall braid. There are two alternatives if you want to make this look more detailed or fancy, and both of them I will talk about later on. You want to begin by grabbing a small section of hair right above one ear. Divide this into 3 equal sections and refer to them as bottom, middle, and top. Take the bottom section and lay it over the middle. Take the top section and lay it over the middle. Take the bottom section again and lay it over the middle. This time for the top, we will be adding hair directly from the scalp into this section. So grab a section of hair from above the braid, combine this with the top piece, and overlap both together over the middle. So next, you want to drop the bottom, grab a new section of hair from below the braid, and lay this new section right over the middle. So basically, we're dropping the bottom and replacing it with a new section of hair from below the braid. Take the top piece again, add a new section of hair from above, and lay both over the middle. Then drop the bottom, grab a new section of hair from below the braid, and lay this over the middle. I'm taking fairly large sections so it's easier to see what I'm doing, but you can choose how small or large you want your braid to be. Once you're comfortable with the basic waterfall braid, we can move on. For the double layered braid, we will apply the same technique except for the first braid we'll be moving further up the head and taking much smaller sections each time. I grabbed a relatively small section of hair, divided it into 3 sections, and started the normal braid. Again, when we're adding hair into the braid, you want to add new hair and combine it with the top section and rotate both over the middle, but you want to let go of the bottom section and grab new pieces of hair and rotate that over the middle. Continue this across the back of your head. In my case, I'm moving towards the left. Don't worry if this braid looks a little too high on your head. We can adjust for that later on. Be careful to only take vertical sections from the top and to work through the available hair on top and below at the same pace. Once you've reached the left side of your head, braid a normal 3-strand braid for a couple of inches and secure it temporarily with a small elastic. Returning to the right side of our heads, you want to grab another small section of hair and divide this into 3 pieces. Repeat the same technique, except this time, the hair we grabbed to incorporate into the top section will not be directly from the scalp, but we will actually be using the hair that we let go from the first waterfall braid. So you want to grab the first loose piece of hair that we let out of the earlier waterfall braid, combine this with the top section, and rotate both over the middle. Now for the bottom, we drop the section, grab a few new pieces of hair from the scalp right below the braid, and overlap this over the middle. For the next top section, again add to it the next loose section of hair from the first braid and rotate it over the middle. Continue this across your head just like before until you hit the left side of your head. I then release the small elastic and combine the 2 braids together. If you prefer a more intricate style, you can simply take smaller pieces for the braid. And if you want to wear this to a formal event, you can curl the loose strands of hair. I already have a couple of hair curling tutorial videos up, so you can refer to whichever one that suits you depending on which hair tool or technique you prefer. Adjust the look to your liking. I actually prefer the braids to be a bit closer together, so I gently tugged on the top braid in a downwards motion. And I also used my fingers to lightly brush through the top partings so they wouldn't be as noticeable. This is the final look. I really hope you guys give this a try, and I'd love to see your results if you do. If you ever have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below or tweet me. And